Hi everybody. Tonight is part 3 of 5, and we're going to talk about public school system money. Now, we're not going to talk about just $20, we're going to be talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. And I want to start out by telling you that the income coming into the public school system is $230 million. That is a lot of money. Before we get into what the $230 million is, there is an additional $70 million I want to just quickly highlight. The $70 million is money coming from the province as capital funds for new schools. And we are very lucky in Southwest Regina that this $70 million is going towards 2 new schools in our area. One is a Cole Harbour Landing, and a Cole Connaught is the second one. So we are very fortunate. But we are not going to talk about the $70 million. What we're going to talk about is the $230 million that it takes to run the school system, the public school system. So the $230 million is represented by, on income side, $85 million, which is 35%, is represented by your property taxes. So your property taxes go towards, we have another phone running, sorry about that. We have $85 million of your property taxes going towards running the system. The largest part though, 60% of the income coming in, is approximately $140 million, and that $140 million is actually from the province. So this is property. Coming from the province, the $140 million, that would be your income taxes, other taxes, and things like that. So that comes in the form of different types of grants. And then there's 5% of other types of income. Now we're going to talk about expenses. So what happens with that $230 million? Well, expenses total $230 million as well. And the reason it's almost matched is because the school system tries to balance out income with expenses, and they try to make sure that there's no surplus and no deficit. So out of the $230 million spent, the biggest and the largest chunk is $185 million, which represents 77%. You can probably guess what I'm going to say, goes towards salaries, which largely includes, teachers, which largely includes teachers and the salaries. The $36 million, which represents 16% of your money, goes towards the property, which is the school systems, and it's the operating and the maintenance of the school systems. This money is not for new schools, it's only for things like roofs, for the roofing and any types of repairs and maintenance. $10 million, I didn't believe this number when I first learned about it a while ago, was 4% of your money goes towards just transporting the children. So taking the children from your home to school and back represents 4% of the overall expenses. And 3% would be my wages if I'm elected. It's the governance. It also includes the executive team and the administration piece, administration salaries behind the scenes. So that represents 33%. I'm not just going to stop there. What I want to do is I want to quickly talk about this $85 million and what kind of jobs it represents. So if we're looking at the number of jobs, I think it's very important to see where that $185 million is going. So to start out, there is 1,380 jobs that are for teachers. So this would be the direct people that you deal with when you're working with your children. In addition to that, there are 77 positions, which are principals and vice principals. 426 staff are support staff. So this would be other. This would be educational assistants. This is psychologists, speech therapy. It's everybody else in the school system that supports the teachers. From there, 134 jobs are administration and finance. And 164 are for the operations. So this would be the janitors and the maintenance people that go through the system, or that support the system, sorry. And lastly, we have 7 people, which is your senior management. And so if you look at this, it is very interesting to see that just over 60% of the jobs are your direct teachers. But there are another 40% of people that we need to be able to support as well. There's 40% of people that are making sure that your kids are taken care of, that they're safe, and that support the teachers in what they do best. from there, that's basically the money and some of the breakout of the jobs themselves. I want to do a quick little plug. I'm hoping you guys got this in the mail today. We do this every single year for the food bank, and in a week and a half, roughly, you will be able to put this out on your doorstep. And I'm encouraging you all to support the food bank. They do a lot of great things. That's my little plug. So thank you for listening tonight, and remember, we all benefit from an educated society.